I think we got something right here. Oh my goodness, we have something right here. So it's pretty rare, but on the other side of the coin, he has to come out and do it in scrimmages and earn the right to do it in games. So we're not going to talk a whole bunch about that yet.
The D-line is, Luke Fickle said he's trying to find some depth there. How difficult or how much big of a priority is it finding the guys behind your boy, behind your Juan Briggs?
It's an absolute priority. I mean, Coach might already mention this, but we've talked to the guys about Marcus Brown was as instrumental to Curtis Brooks being drafted as Curtis was, because Curtis played 52% of the snaps, not 90, 52% of snaps because of how good Marcus was, and that allows you to sell out every single snap. So it's, especially at the D-line, it's absolutely critical to have 6 to 8 true starters that you don't have to hesitate to roll. That's the only way to let the others play to their absolute potential.
Talked about the different skill sets at quarterback, what that does for defense. What about on your side? When you have guys like Jaheim and Ivan rotating, or Deshaun and Ty, does that give you maybe a little bit more flexibility as a defense to play different ways?
Yeah, I think that in the same way we're talking about quarterbacks, there's going to have to be some awareness of who's on the field defensively for an offense. There's no doubt about it. Although, you know, Jaheim and Pace both bring great blitzability and things like that, so they're a little interchangeable, but they play differently. You know, Deshaun and Ty play differently, and we will play to their strengths. So you probably at the end of the year could recognize, oh man, DP did a bunch of this, Ty did a bunch of that. But it makes us feel like as coaches we have a whole bunch of tools in the toolbox. I was just talking to rep and it's like, holy smokes, when I put it all together, you got people coming from everywhere. So that allows us to do a lot.
Yeah. With the Pace brothers, I can only assume it's somewhat special or at the very least unique to have two brothers on the same side of the ball playing the same position like that. What has that been like?
They are really embracing being on the same team. It's sort of impressive. That's what I love to see. We already have a brotherhood here as a team and as a defense. So that just makes it even stronger. And they're both playing linebacker. They're playing different linebacker positions. So they're not ultimately competing for the exact same snaps. But they're pushing each other. And the truth is they have higher expectation of their brother than anybody else does, including the coaches. So if they don't do something exactly right, the other brother right on them. And it's a beautiful thing. And at the beginning, it was Deshaun, who's actually younger, trying to coach up Ivan because he's new to the program. And now you can see the older brother come out of Ivan a little bit, and he's a little bit scary when that happens too. That's a good thing.
Speaking of quarterbacks, the middle linebacker is your quarterback. Are you liking how Will Huber has stepped into that role?
Yeah, absolutely. His football IQ is off the charts, right? Guys really listen to him. You know, we talk a lot about Mike backers. You can say all the right things, but if guys aren't listening to you, what difference does it make? So he has that leadership ability where he could be whispering in a stadium of 100,000 people and people hear him because they are listening to what he has to say, because there's such trust and belief in his knowledge and that he's going to lead everybody in the right direction.
Cool.
Good?
Thanks,